Folks, it's Pete back again. I'm in my hotel room now in London. I've been down for the day for the Embryo gig, which was absolutely brilliant last night at the Cafe OTO. If you ever have a chance, go see them. But I thought before I set off, I'd show you all the stuff I'd bought while down here. London, or central London anyway, I found was okay for getting new stuff, but second hand I thought wasn't that great. Prices were far too expensive for what they had. Anyway, let's show you what I got. First up, I'll just turn this around, is a Mark Almond record. That's John Mark and Johnny Almond, not the 80s singer. This one was actually a second-hand one, and I think is a Canadian pressing from 1972. Following on, another one that I got second-hand. These were from Sister Ray's, the second-hand ones, and this one is Exceptions, Beggar Julia's Time Trip, the Dutch classic rock band, classical rock band. Again, I think this is a Canadian pressing. This is reckoned to be their best album. And third and finally of the second-hand items from Sister Ray's, Kevin Coyne's Marjorie Razor Blade. I've been looking for a copy of this for ages. There you go. It's the inside. This to me is probably his best album and his most famous album. But I think the best version of Marjorie Razorblade is the live one. Let's have a look at the other stuff then I've got. This was from Fop, and it's Tim Buckley's Star Sailor. This is the recent Music on Vinyl reissue. Now, I've been really getting into jazz lately, so I had to get the very first jazz album that I ever acoustic jazz album that I really got into, and that's John Coltrane's A Love Supreme. This is on a Russian label, Audio Clarity, which I haven't heard of. So I hope it's not an unofficial copy, but it was in FOP. So hopefully it is official. And also, speaking of John Coltrane, Africa Brass, I love this album. And this is actually a double album, because it's paired with an earlier album called Coltrane Jazz, which I think was from 1960 or 61. And this is on the Not Now label, Not Now Music. Next up, two that I got at the actual gig, and that's Embryo's Riser. This is a document of their trip through Afghanistan, Pakistan and India in 1978-79, and they only had 2 copies of this at the gig, and I managed to nab one. It was quite expensive, but it's got to be worth it. I've got this on CD, but I've never seen it on vinyl. And it's got a lovely little booklet with it. There. I like that artwork. You can see the booklet is quite extensive. All the musicians who played on it, because on this album they collaborated with a lot of the local musicians in the countries that they visited. And the other one I picked up at the gig was their 1975 album, Bad Heads and Bad Cats. I've never heard this one. This is an album which features Charlie Mariano on sax and flute and has Maria Archer on vocals. Right, back to the other record shops. Another FOP one. Another jazz album, Alice Coltrane, Journey in Satchidananda, featuring Pharaoh Saunders. And if you'd told me a year ago that I would buy an Isley Brothers album, I wouldn't have believed it. But having heard their version of Ohio and Hendrix's Machine Gun on, I think was Running the Voodoo Down double CD, I thought that was brilliant, and I had to try and get a copy of this album, which features that track, but also has James Taylor's Fire and Rain, Dylan's Lay Lady Lay, two Stills tracks, Nothing to Do But Today, and Love the One You're With, Bill Withers' track Cold Bologna, and I think this is Spill the Wine. Is that a war track? Anyway, that should be really good. And speaking of funky jazz, Miles Davis's On the Corner. I own this on CD, but it was at a decent price, and this was at, like the Isley Brothers, was at the Sounds of the Universe record shop in central London. Also there, picked up an album, another one that I've been wanting for a while, John Cale and Terry Riley's Church of Anthrax. Superb stuff. This is, I think, a recent reissue, but it's on Columbia. And finally, again, a jazz album, Art Ensemble of Chicago's Reese and the Smooth Ones. This is on BYG's Actual series, and it's number 29. Derek shows a lot of these Actual series. I've been listening to these on YouTube, and I've really enjoyed what I've heard, so I thought it was about time I tried an album. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed seeing the hall. I'm off back to Cumbria. Cheers, folks. Take care. Bye.